Ooh, look at that. You guys got a big O timer up here. Never mind. We're going to keep this show on the road. Hi, everybody. Hi. How are we doing? Great. Hanging in there? Jasmine, you can grab a seat up here. You're going to come up next. Good afternoon, everybody. I know, guys, the pitching is done. The hard work, all of the effort, the putting it together, the deck prep, the nights of sleepless nights, the talking and working with your mentors. So I hope you take a moment. Can we all give each other a big round of applause? Congratulations for all the hard work that you guys have done so far. I hope this just gets to be a victory lap. We're going to have a lot of people who are going to be joining us as we move along, so I'm going to encourage everybody, scoot to the middle, make a friend, because it's going to get squishy in here tonight. If I have not had a chance to meet you yet, my name is Kristen Slice. I'm a director of community entrepreneurship here with the J. Orrin Edson Entrepreneurship and Innovation Institute. So thank you all. I know many of you, show of hands, how many of you are Venture Devils? Good. How many of you pitched today? Did anybody vomit? We good? Did anybody fall? No, we all pulled it off. Good news, right? So congratulations. Like I said, I know it is a big deal to get out and share your dreams, to share your ideas in front of people, and to get that feedback. This is the entrepreneurial process. No matter what the big checks, don't get me wrong, we all love a good big check, right? That comes after it. You guys have already done the hard work, so congratulations. What we're going to be doing in here for the next hour or so as the judges are deliberating, we wanted to make sure that you weren't just here wringing your hands waiting for the announcements. We said, how do we make the best use of your guys' time? And we said, there is no better way than to share knowledge and to further connection. So I am super excited to be able to bring you our very first ASU Alumni Entrepreneurial Success Panel. And so I was offered to bring who is the best of the best, the people that are in our network that have been sitting in your very shoes. How do we share some of that wisdom and have a little fun while we're waiting? So a big round of applause for our amazing first round of panelists. We are going to go down the line. I think we have microphones for everybody. Look at this man with a mic. Well done. We have microphones for everybody as we go down. So if you guys don't mind, the first question is, in a minute or two, tell us a little bit about yourself and your entrepreneurial journey. Jaron, you want to get started?
Yeah, it started with fish food, skipping stones, and
first name.
Jaron Lodge.
There you go. See, already that's what happens with a pitch. Your name first. Hit it, Jaron.
But yeah, I was pitching. I was in your guys' shoes. 6 years ago. I was pitching fish food, skipping stones, clay skipping stones. It evolved into an all-in-one backyard game, and now we have some awesome opportunities lined up, and it's a multi-million-dollar company now, so that's what it can evolve into, and now we're creating an all-in-one ERP system to run our business, but also be able to help other people run their own businesses. So,
give it up for Jaron and Scorin. Carson.
Hi, I'm Carson Shook. I'm the founder of Lazy Daisy Bedsheets, and Lazy Daisy Bedsheets is innovative bedsheets designed for everyone, but specifically the older generation and people with disabilities who struggle to make their bed with a traditional fitted sheet.
And Carson, what did you do today?
I pitched as well. I pitched at 2 o'clock.
So she is your representative on the panel for people who were in a real time. How do you think it went?
I think good. I hope
everybody
so.
says that, right? I think good. I think it went okay. So wonderful. Thank you very much, Carson. Go ahead.
Hey guys, my name is Sam Brugman. I'm one of the co-founders here at Melts. And we've created the new way to supplement in peptides. So if anybody here takes supplements, right, it's typically powders, gummies, pills. We've created dissolvable strips that melt on the roof of your mouth, and the nutrients absorb straight into the bloodstream. And then for peptides, you don't have to reconstitute, you don't have to inject yourself. So we have a lot of different stuff from sleep, focus, longevity.
And where have you been in the ASU ecosystem?
Yeah, so I was on the stage a couple years ago where ASU gave us our first $5,000 to begin R&D, and now we are also a multi-million-dollar company, distribution nationwide.
There you go. Congratulations. And Max.
Hi, everybody. I'm Max Bregman, Sam's older brother. Different
That's
companies.
so sweet. You started with that.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that to be like a secret halfway through,
No.
like a trader style. And they're brothers, but it's very sweet. You started with it.
But yeah, so my company's Breathe EV. I met one of my co-founders at ASU, actually. We started it my junior year. We deploy and manage chargers for properties, everything from multifamily to ASU is a customer of ours. And then we have a reservation system so drivers can find and reserve a charger. So properties can put fewer in, but provide a better charging experience. We're now in 13 states, and we won every pitch competition at ASU except for Venture Devils.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll have an interesting perspective on what this looks like. So wonderful. All right. Now that you've all introduced yourself and they all know who you are, we're going to do some rapid fire getting to know you questions. Are you ready? In a tweet or less, we'll start down here. I'll ask the question, go down, and come back. Understood the rules? All right, ready? Favorite coffee order?
Caramel macchiato.
Ooh, caramel frappuccino.
Caramel frappuccino?
I'm a water and electrolytes kind of guy.
There you go. Way to stay on brand. Well done.
Just water for me.
Come on, guys. Fine. Make me feel bad about it. All right, this direction. One thing you must pack that is your must-pack item, and it can't be melts. Go.
I mean, my laptop.
Laptop.
Computer.
Oh, boy. Hit it.
Lip balm.
Lip balm.
Scoring hole, an all-in-one backyard game.
Okay. God dang. You know, you give an entrepreneur a microphone, all they're going to do is pitch their stuff to you for the next hour and a half, which we would have it no other way. Well done, right? One small thing that will improve your day immediately.
Inspiring others.
Inspiring others.
Just working on my startup.
Working on your startup?
A planned out Google Calendar.
Okay, there you go. Good.
I love a good meal.
A good meal across the board. Morning person or night owl?
Both.
Both? Okay.
Morning.
Morning?
Morning.
Morning? Night? I'm a morning person. I promise you that. And then favorite way to reset after a long week working on your venture?
Workout.
Workout?
Probably just sleep.
Sleep? Good one.
Gym.
Gym?
Yeah, workout, particularly a long bike ride.
Long bike ride, love it. And then one word your team would use to describe you. So that can be your mentors, it can be people who have worked with you on your venture or your co-founder. One word they would use to describe you in the process.
Honest.
Honest.
Consistent.
Consistent, good.
Adaptable.
Say adaptable, good. Max.
I'll go with scrappy.
Scrappy, all right, good. I'll ask my team the one word later. It better be positive, right, in the process. All right, so now we all know these amazing panelists a little bit better. Let's dive into the weeds on some specific questions for you guys. So I know each of you has had a really interesting journey at different times and different places. I would love if one of you could reflect on what your experience was the first time you pitched, whatever that capacity looked like. What is your memory that comes to mind when I say your first pitch? What was it?
I choked on stage, and my dad nudged my mom to stop recording me in hopes that I would continue my pitch.
Where was this stage?
Probably one of the buildings over there.
One of the buildings over there? Was this a Venture Devils pitch?
Yeah.
And was it like a full blank out on the words moment?
Yeah, it definitely was.
Yes. And did you start talking again?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Yep.
after she put her phone down, I started talking again, so I guess that worked.
There you go. See? So even in those moments when things blank out, you still keep moving forward, right? The timer kept running and...
I still won money, so yeah.
See, there you go.
$1,000.
So even in those moments, and maybe you blank out, your idea was helpful in that process. Thank you. Good. Anybody else? First pitch, when you hear that.
Yeah, I remember being super nervous for my first pitch because this was the money that was going to allow us to get to our lab and begin actual R&D that wasn't in my dorm room. So that was a good step. And I remember having a huge smile when I heard my name and was able to walk up onto the stage.
There you go. So success. These guys have given success stories in part. You got anything for me?
Yeah, I mean, our first wasn't.
Hit it.
We had a white slide deck with black text on it, and I went to a firm, and we asked for $50,000 to buy a piece of land. This is when we thought we were going to build all this charging stations.
Sure.
And they're like, we're not giving you money for land if you want to work on the tech. And we pivoted shortly after that, but...
Good. And why is it significant that it was a white background with black text?
Oh, I mean, it was just so basic. Like,
Oh,
I thought,
got
like,
it.
I thought, like, we just have an idea, we'll go out there and get money, and that was not the case.
And they were like, no, this doesn't quite work this way. Good. Carson.
I was so nervous to pitch for the first time. That was Venture Devils 2 years ago was the first time I pitched. And then I won money, and I was in complete shock because I did not think it was possible. that my bed sheets company got money, and it was the best thing to happen.
It is a truly unique thing in the ASU ecosystem that we even get this opportunity. I like to always remind people across the board. I get to work with community founders all the time and work with different universities across the country. The opportunity that we even have to get up and pitch at this scale is wild, right, in comparison to other places. So thank you guys so much. Any other good pitch stories that you can think of? I have at least one more for one of you. I will share. Do you know the pitch I'm going to talk about? I would be curious. Can you talk a little bit about the time you came out and pitched for us in the community?
Yeah, so I pitched for the Peoria Ford Venture Challenge, and I was pitching to move out of my parents' garage, and that really resonated with the audience. And
I'm glad his experience was the same as mine, because it was very much so. It's a community pitch. We have a variety of community programs, and it was a student, and a student got up there, and everyone's kind of listening, and they're nodding along, and then he goes, and I really need this money because, well, this is my parents' garage, and it's full of my stuff, and I need to move out of it. That movie theater lost its mind. They were like, give him the money! I was like, wow, there is a lot of parents with kids that have a full garage in this room. So it was the moment, man.
Go
ahead.
One other story. This is before I had a car. I was pitching in Tucson. I went down there. The bus stop was further away than wherever I was thinking we were going to go, and the Uber driver took me to the wrong spot. So I missed my initial pitch time by like 20 minutes, but they rescheduled. We ended up winning that. But
that sounds like a stress dream to me.
Yeah,
so I'm glad that had a happy ending in it. So missed the time completely. Were you running down the streets of Tucson?
Well, my Uber driver dropped me off, and I had to wait for somebody else, and I didn't really know the area, so I was like, okay, hopefully they get here soon, and it all worked out well. But yeah, I was definitely rushing a little bit.
And I'm glad to hear you survived walking the streets of Tucson. It's a real questionable place down there, right? Just wildcats on every corner, you never know. So that's good. Good. Any other pitch stories? All right, then we'll move on to the next one. So as you guys have been on different levels of your entrepreneurial journey, going all the way from being a student, going through pitch contests, now being out in the community and continuing to grow, I would love for you guys to even share a moment where you actually said, wow, is this happening? Like, when did it move from an idea for you into something that was like a tangible, oh, okay, this might be a real idea?
I think for me, like we've over the last 15 months, we've grown from 4 to 13 states. So it's been.
Can you guys hear him in the back? Just checking on my audio. A little bit louder.
Sorry.
There you go. Talk in.
I would say over the last 15 months, we've grown from 4 to 13 states. So it's been quite the ramp up. But 2 quarters ago, we closed one of the largest amusement parks in the country, and it was an inbound lead. And when that happened, I was like, oh, like people actually know us, and we're like moving, and that was like a really big moment for us.
And was it an email? Was it a phone call? How'd it happen?
Yeah, it was an email.
An email. So where were you? Give me some context here so we could celebrate this win with you.
I'm pretty sure I was in Vegas for a conference.
A conference in Vegas. And then I got an email. Sure. I see all sorts of holes in this story.
Got the email. And with how large of a customer they were, it also closed in 8 days, which is very fast for our job. So it was very interesting to see that all play out. We had a lot of improvements that we've been that kind of force from a process perspective because of the size of the job. But that was one of the moments that I really defined, not like that we were a company, but that we're going to start to scale.
Well, and I've heard a version of this story for lots of entrepreneurs, which is like your greatest moments are often coupled with, holy shit, now I got to do this, right? In some sort of capacity. So it's like, win! Oh my God. All at the same time. Does that sound about right?
100%.
Right? So you're like, yay, it's Vegas, and I'm off to the bar, right? As an immediate celebration. So good, thank you. Other moments where you had like, this is an interesting, like this is a thing?
When we launched our Kickstarter campaign, we had to fulfill I don't know, 2,000 or 3,000 orders or something, and I was like, I don't even have enough money to buy all these units. I was like, Dad, I tap into your bank account a little bit. I need to buy my initial order here. And of course, the Chinese manufacturers are like, oh, the minimum order quantity is 6,000. And I'm like, of course it is.
Yes.
So yeah, that was but that's when I knew it was real. Where it was like, okay, now I got to do this thing.
So first crowdfunding campaign that you went out there. Can you talk a little bit about what is crowdfunding and what did that campaign look like for you?
I think it was bigger a few years ago, but I did a Kickstarter campaign where I did a lot of advertising before the Kickstarter campaign launched. I collected a lot of emails of people that I thought would be interested in my game. And then when I launched, I emailed all those people, and we were able to hit our goal in like 6 hours or something crazy. So it just it looked like it created this big hype, and then we had retailers reach out to us, and yeah, then that was like the moment of when we started to actually realize it was a product that other people would want to purchase.
Well, and I love that story, and I think crowdfunding is such a great example, and even what you did of, we often talk about starting small, figuring out some way to make things happen. And we get a lot of questions. I know Brad, are you in the room? Where's Brad, one of our mentors? Talks a lot about retail and consumer goods. It's like, how did you get into that retailers? And sometimes you got to prove it out before you even get there, right? And so I love that. Started with crowdfunding, figured out how to make it work. Lots of things that happened in the interim there, right? But it also got attention of some of the retailers. What are some of the retailers you've worked with now?
Well, that's another lesson learned too. Is we got into Dick's Sporting Goods, we got into Big Five and Shields has stuck with us. But Dick's Sporting Goods was like, we're out because you don't know how to market this thing.
There you go. So you learned you had to also market once you got into it.
Yeah, you can't just rely on like crowdfunding tactics to market your product. You also have to know how to do Facebook ads and all those other things. And I was doing it great, but I didn't realize how much it was actually helping. So I turned it off because I was like, oh, let's save some money. It bombed the sales, and so we had to turn it back on. Once we turned it back on, they sold out, but they were like, it's too late. So
yeah,
maybe in a few years.
Right. Well, and what a great, so lots of people you'll think like, yep, very common. Once I hit this step, it's all like, if I get into retailers, that's the big goal, right? If I just get into retailers, and so a lesson learned until you do it, sometimes you just don't know, right? But now you do from listening to your other entrepreneurs, that retail also involves even marketing once it's on the shelves that's there. Good. Carson, I know you're just getting started on your journey, but I want to give you a chance. Is there a moment you've had so far where it's like, oh, wow, this is real?
Yeah, I think there's been a few. I would say the first one was when I actually won money, and it just was such a validating feeling because not only did I believe it, but I got to see that other people also believed in it. And I would say my second one was when I got my issued patent, I would say, because then I was like, 20-year clock starts now, I'm going. And so, yeah, that was pretty exciting as well.
Wonderful. Can you explain a little bit about what is a patent and what did that process look like?
Yeah. So the process, it honestly, for me, which normally it takes a lot longer, I think around 12 to 18 months to even have an examiner review your patent. But for me, when I filed, since my grandma was a co-inventor on my application, that it expedited the process. And so it took now 3 to 6 months instead of the normal. And so that's kind of how I got it so quickly. And now me and my grandma are both co-inventors on it, which is great.
Can you tell why your grandma's a co-inventor on it?
Yes. So my grandma, she had actually created the original sheets for crib sheets. And so she created them for my mom when me and my brother were babies. And that's kind of how this Lazy Daisies came to be. And so my mom always says that those sheets saved her life. And so I always like to joke that I'm here now to save everyone else's life as well. And so that's why she's my co-inventor.
And what's your grandma's name? Just curious.
Georgia Perfumit.
There you go. So Georgia has now got a patent filed somewhere.
She does.
We also have 3 boards that have all the different resources in the community across the board. So we're looking for Post-its. So if you guys hear any resources or ideas or things you didn't know of before, make sure afterwards to go and post on those boards. How many of you know that ASU has an ASU IP clinic? ASU IP Clinic available in the library where they actually have patent reviewers who will review your patent and help you do research beforehand, before it gets into the hands of very expensive lawyers in the process.
And they helped me get my patent, which took 5 years. So
there you go. So he's over there going, son of a bitch, had I known, where's my grandma? Right? So put grandma on patent. Someone write that on a Post-it. Quickly, put it over there. So good. Sam, any story for you?
Yeah, I think for us, one of the main moments where I was like, oh my gosh, this is happening, is when we had a wholesale order come in that was larger than our lifetime revenue.
Okay.
That was
in one order.
One order, yeah.
Yes, and where were you?
I was at our warehouse.
Okay.
And I was like, holy crap.
You hear that, big brother? He was at his warehouse. He was working when that happened, right? So at the real warehouse, it got the email. And how did you get that initial order? So talk a little bit about the journey that got that email in the door.
Yeah, so one of my co-founders is an industry expert. He's been in the space for quite some time, and he's developed a pretty extensive network. And he was able to reach out to one of his friends in the space who has a lot of wellness clinics and help secure a wholesale deal there.
Good. And can you share a little bit about how did you find your co-founder?
Yes, ASU. So early on, I partnered with the HEAL Lab. That stands for the Health Entrepreneurship Accelerator Lab. Incredible group. And my co-founder's dad happens to be an advisor to the lab. So I got connected there and then was introduced to the son, who's now my incredible partner and expert formulator.
There you go. And just so we're all super duper clear, because for a living I take credit for other people's work, that dad actually came in through our community network. So that is how he connected in with the HEAL Lab. When they had moved to Phoenix, they reached out to a West Valley community program and said, how do I get involved? And so those are the type of connections we get to make in our community programs into the student population. So they were looking for mentors, and I said, hey, you might want to check out this MELTS organization that's there. So he was part of Peoria Forward. So that's how he came in there. So again, write it on Post-it. Kristen Slice helps build businesses. Put it over there, right? Good. All right. And so now I'm going to ask you the insider question. What is it that you wish you would have known earlier in your journey that you would like everybody else to know that is in the room here today? So, deep, dark secrets time. Shh, secrets. What is it you wish you would have known?
Show people your ugly product, your ugly baby, whatever it is. Show it to people as soon as possible to get feedback, because that's going to allow it to grow and evolve a lot quicker. It took me 2 years to show people my fish food skipping stones or clay skipping stones until it finally evolved into a backyard game. But it wasn't until I did my first event and showed people that it actually started to take shape and evolve. And I did 17 events after that. Each time I was iterating and iterating until we had an ideal product that we thought we could scale and grow. So.
That was a lot to unpack. So real quick, the first time you pitched for Venture Devils, because I think I was there. So again, I'm the center of all of your stories. If you didn't know that, that's why you're here.
It's been around
right?
for a long time.
I've been around. Hey. Never mind. Panel over, right? Can we take back those checks, Shannon? Someone? So I remember, talk a little bit. What was that very first item that you came in and pitched as a student?
It's fish food skipping stone.
Fish food skipping stones. Where did you come up with that idea?
Well, actually, it was a clay skipping stone, and then we wanted to make it more biodegradable. So then we're like, let's make it fish food, and then the fish will eat it. And I threw it in a few lakes, and a huge algae bloom formed, and probably killed all the fish. And then, unfortunately, so yeah, we had to pivot because we thought we were doing something good for the environment. It turned out it probably wasn't. So yeah, we had to pivot.
Right. So started off very specifically looking for. I remember because there's skipping stone contest. Is that right? And so started with a passion of his, said, hey, I think it's going to look this way. And I think I heard you say 17 pitches as that continued to evolve?
Yeah, 17 events. That there was just like us selling our events, like our pool system, but we consulted with the Guinness World Record holder, and he helped me to design the perfect skipping stone, which was pretty cool.
Very cool. And talk a little bit about all of those steps in those pitch contests. What did you do in between to continue to evolve the idea from fish food all the way to what you are today?
Just events, like showing it to customers over and over again, just getting scrappy, making prototypes. I would like take a beer pong table and cut holes in it to like try to do a different hole formulation and stuff, and just getting samples made in China and stuff and just getting it sent back and forth and just evolving.
Good. So I know we call that prototyping, right? So we have an idea. How do you create something that people can actually reply to, that can respond to, that you can go out and test? So how do you start with the smallest idea, but then build a prototype so you can go out into the real world? Because you might just end up killing off entire fishes, like entire fish species in the process. You don't know until you get out there and try something. So thank God it was only in one lake instead of all of them.
It was a really small pond.
Okay, thank you. It was a small pond. No eco-terrorism up here. Good. Good. One thing that you wish you knew beforehand.
Probably that it's a marathon and not a sprint, and there's a lot of delays that I went through that I didn't necessarily think was even possible. It was, and so just that it's not going to go as quickly as you want, but that's not always a bad thing, and it's actually a good thing, and you can work out everything in the beginning phases rather than later on.
Good. Always takes longer and costs more money. So that's why we often say just start now, right?
Yep.
And there's a reason things sometimes take slow, because you got to get them right in the process. And the only way to do that is to learn. Yep. So you got to get out there and give it some time to cook.
Yep.
Love it. Good.
My biggest thing would be when you find a really good mentor, utilize them to the fullest capacity. A lot of folks who are later in their career who have been successful really want to give back because the same thing happened to them when they were younger. And whether it's the new venture challenge here at ASU, where I was fortunate to be connected with a lot of mentors, the Peoria Forward competition, HEAL Lab, they are critical assets. It's rare to find somebody who's raised millions of dollars, sold $100+ million worth of products. So if they're willing to give you their time, their knowledge, invest into you, say yes, engage with them, and it will lead to really, really incredible results.
Love that, right? We talked about how unique this experience is. One of the great benefits of being ASU affiliated, whether you're in the community, an alumni, or a current student, is the number of people that will give you time, right? That will sit down, that will work with you. Can I see a show of hands? How many of our mentors are in the room right now? I see at least a couple of them, a couple of hands that are in the room, right? And these are just a sample of the mentors that you can sit down and meet with on a regular basis. We have incredible resources across the ecosystem, like our Thai partners, the Arizona Commerce Authority, all people who want to sit and listen and talk, and finding those good mentors and working with those ideas as a critical step. Love it. Good. Max.
I mean, I would echo what Sam said, like finding people both as mentors and investors, but also other founders that are at a similar stage or a little bit further than you, so you can learn from them. I'd really iterate on. The other thing is, I used to think process was stupid, like just work as hard as you can every day of the week and you'll figure it out, which works to a degree, but process does catch up to you. So like the earlier you can set some of that up, whether it's to help with onboarding or just to help like as you start to scale, it is helpful to have some of that infrastructure in place.
Max, when you say the word process, what does that mean to you?
We're still figuring it out, but I mean, the big thing is like we're starting to hire like large people from the industry. Like some of our most recent hires have come from Tesla and Lucid, like and just other charging competitors. And the last guy we brought on probably took a month and a half to ramp up, which should be like 2 to 3 weeks, but we just didn't have all the process in place there. So wasted some time and money there. And then now as we're really starting to scale across different states and across some of these larger orgs, it just saves us so much time by having step-by-step procedures or questionnaires that we're doing with the customers rather than having to double check, go back, look through our emails or recorded calls to make sure we have everything.
Love that, right?
Work smarter and harder, not just harder. Work both. Do both.
I think entrepreneurs, especially founders, what we're really good at is getting out and working hard, right? But not everybody is a founder, especially your first couple of employees and team members. They need to have, what does that script look like? What does that process look like? It can't all live in our head, right, as we go through it. And so that's really what scale and even processes, I've seen binders with Post-its, right? As long as it's not in your head, it can be a process. How do you continue to evolve that? Love it. All right, last round question, and then we're going to break into part 2 of our panel. Power question. Go-to resources, tools, things that are in your phone right now and or on your laptop that you could not live without, that you want people to write down on Post-its.
I mean, ASU is a huge resource. Like, they have so many different opportunities.
We already cut you the check. You're not getting any more money than that. That's it. That was not a paid advertisement.
No,
so.
yeah, well...
ASU resource. Good. No, keep going. Sorry.
The IP clinic, which has been huge for us. It saved us so much money. ASU continues to send us more talent and employees and interns and stuff. They have internship programs. Take advantage of that. Free help. Who doesn't love that? But now they're even sponsoring some jobs for us too. So now people can get $22 an hour to work for us, which is even awesomer.
Blackstone Launchpad internship. Write that one down.
So just leverage ASU as much as you can. I think when I was a student, I was going to the 3D printing lab. I was using their film studio. I was doing Venture Devils. Just ring the rag. Make the most out of the tuition.
Absolutely. Good.
I would say probably the first networking event I went to was Venture Cafe. They host an event every Thursday night, and so I went there, and I was nervous, of course, but it was great because I got to meet everybody that's in this industry and just talk and network, and so that was very helpful for me in the very beginning, I would say.
Good. So Venture Cafe, excellent.
I'm going to do 2 new Venture Challenge. I know I said it earlier, but absolutely incredible program. And then the Creativity Commons Studio for photography, videography, really good space that's kind of not hidden, but if you haven't been there, check it out. It's great for content.
Where's it at? Where would people find it?
So it's going to be kind of middle of campus, close to the MU area. First floor of Creativity Commons. You're going to walk in on the right side. You're going to see a big green screen and podcast studio, and that's it.
There you go. Take use of it. Love it. Good. Max.
ASU as a whole, literally every part of ASU, there's something that you can find value with. I'd also say Phoenix Forward is a good group out here.
It's a great group.
Bringing together a lot of the ones that I've gone to have been like large company CROs, which has been super helpful for us to scale. And then as you're looking at different AI tools, one of the ones that I've been using a lot that's been super helpful, it scans my inbox, labels them all, and then auto drafts a response, and then I can just go in or send it. So it's helped me as we are getting continually more inbound.
And what was the name of that tool?
It's called Fixer. I don't want to endorse it or anything because I don't know all their background. But
this message is not brought to you by Fixer, nor
Yeah.
is this an endorsement of Fixer by any ASU or ASU affiliate.
But if anybody does want it, I will send you a referral because we get some referral.
Okay,
money,
never
so-
mind. Now it is an endorsement. Damn it, Max, you're killing me over there. Right? So Fixer, that's a good one. Any other online tools you want to add in there?
Notion, if people are using that, that's always a good one. You can really implement a lot there.
I know you love AI.
Yeah, I built an AI tool, so if you want to use it, selfmade.ai.
See?
Just a plug.
Couldn't get him off the stage without one more pitch, right? Give it up for our amazing ASU alumni panel, part one. Thank you guys. You guys can, but hang out up here because we're going to bring you up for a final competition, so don't wander too far. Tom Fulcher, Jasmine, can I get you to join up for our second portion of this panel? Give it up for our amazing part two of the Entrepreneur Success Story panel. Round it up, people. All right. Jasmine, grab a seat. Pick a chair, whatever chair. People, go ahead and come on, join us. Circle people in. Say, start to bring people in there. Here's your microphones. And you are an alumni. I know, alumni panel. See, we've got broad capital A alumni, right? Can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your entrepreneurial journey? Jasmine, you go first.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jasmine Bhatti. I'm a registered nurse and CEO and founder of Navi Nurses. I'm also a struggling PhD student here in the College
Are
of
you
Nursing.
really?
Yeah, I'm hitting the 10-year mark, so I need to finish. But
Okay.
it's really hard to pursue your doctorate and build a startup at the same time. So a little bit about the company, too.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. So I've been a nurse for 15 years. I worked through the pandemic, left, won my first award actually from Venture Devils at the very beginning of COVID. And 5 years later, I have built a multi-million-dollar company. We're building our own tech and really transforming lives here in the Valley.
There you go. That's a big one. Now, what was the most recent title that you brought home to the Phoenix Valley area as a very proud moment?
So there's a few. We made the Inc. 5000 list, ranking as the 80th fastest growing healthcare company in America. Thank you. And then I recently made the Inc. 500 list for the top 500 female founders in the U.S. Thank you.
How cool is that? Tom, can you top that? Got anything better?
I would
Should
like to go back
Should I
and-
let you
I
go
wanna
first?
sit back down again,
You're just going to
just
sit back
watch.
down there? Gotcha, fair. Tom,
no,
tell
so-
us about yourself.
Well, again, ASU alumnus. I actually had fun today. I showed up. I used to be a professor at the law school, though not an attorney, but my office was just on the second floor here. Now it's a wellness room, so I'm not sure what that means.
Yes.
But, I run a company called The Idea Gardener, and I often work with investors who will say, we're thinking about, or we've invested in this company. They need a little help with, we work with them. And then on the other hand, I will sometimes work with some startup and emerging companies in business development area. I'm also here because I'm chair of Venture Madness, which is our DBA for Invest Southwest. We've been running the largest Southwest U.S. investor capital conference since 1992. We just had our latest one 2 days ago. We had 31 companies presenting, and we had both Series A and startup companies. We've now had 491 companies present and raise over $2 billion. So, yeah.
There you go. That earned you a clap unto itself, right? And so, Tom, I know you used to, ASU alumni, have been, I think, bleeding maroon and gold for many years, but you also engaged in an early version of the Edson E&I program. Is that correct, back in the day?
I did. So the Innovation Advancement Program was a program of the law school.
Yeah.
And at the time, we also allowed business students and other non-law students in. So We had that program, and when Edson first launched a very small program, I was part of that and EAP, both as a mentor and as a judge.
And I love that because, especially in the fall, and today we're celebrating 10 years of the EC gift here at ASU. So all of these resources have evolved and iterated over time. And like I said, it's a big deal how special and unique this is. And I think it's easy sometimes to lose sight of how fast the Phoenix ecosystem continues to evolve. Does anybody know what this building used to be? A mall. Does anybody from Phoenix remember? This was a mall like 25 years ago.
And as a student, I managed a store in this mall.
See, that's what I mean. It was a mall 25 years ago, and now it is our most active, largest innovation zone, one of 6 across the ASU ecosystem. Edson E and I originally started as 10 ventures, student ventures, and then someone said, hey, you can't really say that you're all about inclusion and at scale and global impact if you're only working with 10 ventures. So it's been a great journey to see it go from 10 ventures to the over, I think, 95 ventures that pitched today. So I think it's an important part to add some context to it. I know you've seen also changes in the Phoenix ecosystem, and one of the big walkaways we're hoping that people leave with today is we are part of a bigger community. This week is AZ Tech Week. We made it, guys. We got to the end. Congratulations. We did it, everybody, right? Can you talk a little bit about, Tom, what are some of the changes that you've seen, and what would you want people to know about the Phoenix entrepreneurial ecosystem that they are all part of?
Well, sure. Originally, when I first got here for school, Tempe, Phoenix was a back office town. It was the additional office, and as soon as somebody developed some new exciting technology, they took it to California or Colorado or Utah or somewhere else. That's no longer happening. We are creating technology here and keeping those companies, some very good ones,
yes,
here. And we're just so excited about what's happening in Arizona now. So that's the biggest change. It's come from being this back office, so it's a great place to go to school, get an education, but then you have to go somewhere else. And that's what we do at Venture Madness, is really try to activate that investor community, make them aware of the great opportunities to invest and build companies here in Arizona.
Love that. Jasmine, can you share a little bit about what does that actually mean in real time, right? So as a founder, what are some of the ways that you have engaged, and how have you worked with the community to build your venture today?
Yeah, it's funny. I get asked frequently, why are you building in Arizona? Why don't you go out of state? Why don't you go to California, where your valuation may be higher, all of the things. I don't know anywhere else to build, and I don't think I'd want to know anywhere else to build. Because
damn right.
Yeah. The community as a whole has just been incredible. For me, I started at Venture Devils, and then I went into Venture Devils Plus, and as you continue to meet people, every person you meet, to like Sam and Mac's point earlier, your mentors, they continue to open more doors. So for every one person, they're probably going to connect you to 2 or 3 more people. And so opportunities kept opening. I applied for the Arizona Innovation Challenge at the time through the Arizona Commerce Authority. I won my first $150,000 with mentorship for a year. I applied for the Bioscience Foundation.
Write it on a Post-it, people.
Yeah, the Flynn Bioscience Entrepreneurship Program, won money and mentorship from them. And it just kind of like things kept opening, and what that led me to tap into are things beyond the state of Arizona. So I won a $1.5 million grant from the American Nurses Foundation, and it just opened and leveraged my power to do a lot more. So the community here is very well primed. The universities work together beautifully. I think the city and the state both, or all the cities actually, Peoria, Phoenix, everywhere, they are so collaborative. And so once you join the ecosystem, even to your point about Venture Cafe, great place to come to and meet other people. And once you start and you hop in, all the doors open from there.
And now I'm going to give you the magic wand, meaning we are doing good work, and like I said, we're still in process. I think as an ecosystem, as a city, we still have a lot of growth, and on weeks where it's really easy to have big numbers, where it's like, oh, there's so many people, I think we still have lots of places that we can continue to grow and expand. So if I could give you both a magic wand, what would you want to see in the community, knowing that building a community of entrepreneurship is all of our job? right? It's not one given organization. It's not one given piece. All of us get to go out and create, set the values, set the tone, and create what it is we want in our community. So I'll ask you guys, as people who have been engaged, what would you love to see more of in the future in Phoenix? What's our next big step?
That's a really good question.
Thank you, I try.
I mean, for me, like, I feel like everything is so spread out. So, like, I mean, my magic wand would be like, get rid of the
Less
traffic.
mileage, just
Less
like
mileage.
bring it all in.
Yeah, but I think as much as we can create more spaces like this one here where people can come to and work and exchange ideas and support one another, more spaces and intentional time with other founders and people building really incredible things, that's probably what I would say.
Can I ask you what you mean? Because I love that. Intentional time. What does intentional time mean to you when you're building with other founders?
I think sometimes it's being able to walk in a room, be incredibly authentic. Like, here's what I'm going through. Here's what I need. Letting your guard down, letting down all the titles, all the everything, because you are just a human trying to build something. And walking into a room with other people who are going through the same things is really important. And I also think that having some sort of objective at the end of whatever it is, like, I'm going to have the intention of walking into this space today to find someone to help me, to help, or to find someone who can help provide a solution for me. So I think that's even an individual thing of just being very intentional about everything you show up for.
Well, and I love that because you could network every hour of every day in this valley, right? Like, people give me microphones all the time, right? It's like people love it, right? It's like, here's a microphone, here's another networking event. You could spend every hour of every day. And I think there is something about, it's not just about events, but also how do we create those moments where we come in with an intentionality of, hey, this is what I need, be willing to be authentic about what it is that you really need, and learning how to navigate and manage those spaces, because our time is our biggest resource. So being really intentional in that, I would love to see that, especially as we continue to grow as an ecosystem. I think we have a tendency to give people like me a microphone, and it's really people like you that need that microphone, right? How do we make sure that we're giving opportunities for people to connect and learn together, because that is the greatest resource. So I love that. Well done. Tom, magic wand time.
Yeah, I'm going to use my magic wand twice. So one is collaboration. We are growing so rapidly, and not just in the Valley, but as a state.
As a state, yeah.
And, putting together Venture Madness this last year, the amount of different people I had to reach out to, educate, there wasn't enough connective tissue between Tucson to Flagstaff to Globe to everywhere else.
Even in ASU, I am one of 14 teams that has entrepreneurship in the title, right? And it's great. It's good. And how do we further collaborate from that?
Yeah, so we, for example, Venture Madness, we launched a community and student ventures pitch. And we were able to get two of those in there, but that should be a little easier to do. The other part of the wand I would use is creating a better journey for the entrepreneur from your stage to the next stage to the Venture Madness stage. And that education piece is obviously close to your heart, close to mine, that it's not just, I have an idea, give me money. And we still see a lot of that. So I just wanted to, the minute Kristen asked, if I can be at ASU anytime I'm going to, not just for the games, but to do anything I can to help the students and those thriving those emerging businesses become thriving businesses. That journey is still a rough one. We heard some great stories, but then you wonder, was there a commonality there aside from working harder and working smarter, right?
Yeah. And how do we dig those stories out and find each other and connect? So love that. All right. I'm going to open it up for Q&A from the audience. Is there any questions that we have for our amazing panelists? And why don't we actually get all of you guys up here, if you don't mind. Feel free to grab 2 chairs. I know the ops team loves when I do things like this. So go ahead and squeeze on in. Come on in and grab 2 chairs. Any questions that we have from the audience? Hi, Seabolt. How are you? Good to see you. Anybody else? Questions? Interactive time, people. All of this wisdom. I'm sorry, I should have given you more heads up. I know, we're between you and the big checks. It always makes it tough to hear anything other than here's who won the money. But last chance, any questions? All right, 1 question, brave soul. Thank you, sir. Go ahead.
What is the biggest challenge you have faced during your road to become a successful company?
All right. Biggest challenge that you have faced so far in growing your company. What does it look like? Jasmine, you want to go first?
Yeah, for me, it's people. I'm a nurse, and so building a company, hiring developers to develop my technology and bring on people who run operations for multi-million-dollar companies. I don't even know what I'm looking for, right? And so having mentors around me to help me really qualify people is really important, but it's also been leaning into my intuition. It's taken a lot of decisions that haven't turned out the way I had hoped, but it's taught me, and I think being able to pay attention to what goes well and what doesn't is really important. So for me, it's all about the people and hiring. That's been the biggest lesson.
Good. People and hiring. Other lessons and opportunity and growth.
Okay. I think for us, one of the main things that I've learned is when to move fast and when to move a little bit slower. I feel like often there is this push to go unnecessarily fast at times, and that has cost me a lot more money than I wish it would have.
Yeah.
And so with certain things, move fast when you need to, keep that sense of urgency. But other things, it's okay to go slow because as you're going slower, to go faster in the long run.
Good. Go fast and sometimes go slow to learn it in the process. Excellent. Go ahead, Jaron.
Persist until you succeed. Like, it's easy to jump ship and try to test out a new idea or do it the next biggest, greatest business idea, but when that level of persistence and pivoting, like, don't be so married to the idea that you can't, like, you got to be flexible with it too. You got to be like married to the idea, but also flexible and being able to pivot. But persist until you succeed, because there's a huge advantage to having that compounding effect and like that momentum that keeps building and building. Continue to build off of what you've already spent so much time and money on. That's going to allow you to stand out and move faster than other people.
Love it. So persistence and be open to the pivot. The fish of Arizona appreciate your willingness to pivot, Jaron. Absolutely. Anybody else? Max, I saw you had one.
Yeah, figuring out what to prioritize and how to prioritize is brutal, and I think that never gets easier. You just figure out different ways or what you're prioritizing. But like saying no to things, and then really figuring out like whatever you can focus on. Maybe it's 5 things, like being really ruthless on those 5 things that are going to most help grow the company. So prioritization has been the hardest thing that we've been trying to figure out how to do.
Because it's all things all the time when you're an entrepreneur, right? Like it's hard when you're a good systems thinker. It's that entrepreneurial mindset that makes you an amazing founder that also becomes challenging, because not only is it I have to do all the things as fast as I can, and here's the next greatest thing that I could also do. So maybe I could do that all at the same time. So that's why we sometimes need each other to help balance that out. Good. Tom.
I just want to add from maybe a different perspective in my background. As part of management teams, I've had an exit. I've had plenty of failures.
Yeah.
As an investor, I've had both, and
Yeah.
still have my fingers crossed for a couple. But one of the things I think Max may have raised it earlier is learning transition from creating and selling your product to creating and building a business is a huge, huge challenge. An old friend of mine wrote an article based on that. Was when do you go from being an entrepreneur to a business owner, or a business owner to entrepreneur, right? Mm-hmm. So that's a big challenge to really scaling.
There you go. Good. Carson, anything to add on that?
Probably that you don't know what you don't know. And so in moments like that, it's really nice to have amazing mentors that you can lean on and ask these questions. And so it's probably mine.
Wonderful. All right, so now we get to have a little bit of fun as we bring it on home here. Jasmine and Tom, can you join this side of the stage? Can you scoot your tables over here? All right, ladies and gentlemen, they have shared some pretty good wisdom with you so far. Do we agree? Good. Did we hear a couple of good walkaways? I am hoping I walk over there and see all of the different Post-its that we've got going with all of the amazing resources, because as you heard, it is an entrepreneurial journey, and hopefully this is just the first of many, many times that we get to see with you guys and interact. Make sure to also check out our resource bar that we have over there. So we're no longer known as a party school, so now we have resources instead of a real bar, right? So lots of flyers that are over there. Thank you, Max. I appreciate that one. Make sure to check out that. Go ahead.
I want to throw something on your Post-its for you.
Yes.
So one of our speakers at Venture Man has become a friend now. Gregory Shepard was part of that, eBay mafia.
Yes.
He's got a new book out, Startup Life Cycle, but he's also founded an organization called Startup Science, and I really encourage everyone to check it out.
Startup Science. So make sure you write it down. Make sure you check all of our resources. Again, my team has hundreds of events over on the community side in which you get to connect with the amazing minds that are up here. But what brings us all together today in celebration of your journey is also our shared spirit as Sun Devils. Am I right? This is the wooing part. So, since we are all alumni and we all know all of our facts about ASU, I thought we would have a quick fire round. I am going to read the question on some ASU trivia. You get to work as a team. You will have 3 seconds to come up with your answer. This team, you will get to get 3 seconds, and then you get to get the answer from there. Are you ready? Are you guys ready? All right, some quick fun ones. Questions.
Are we both answering the same question?
You are answer the same question, and we'll see who gets it right, and we'll do points. It's not a super structured system. We have rubrics all day on pointing. This is more of an informal, let's wrap things up here, Max, all right? So, ready? Feel free to confer. Don't confer into the microphone. The first question we have, and if you know it before the time, feel free to raise your hand. Maybe you'll get an extra point in there. What was Arizona State University's original name? Nope. 3, 2, 1. We have answers? Team A.
The Normal College?
The Normal College?
Tempe Normal School.
Tempe Normal School is the correct answer. So close, Max. So close. So 1 point for our team over here. Next question. Fill in the missing line from the ASU fight song. Ready? Fight devils down the field. Fight with? What are we fighting with as ASU Sun Devils? Confer. 3, 2, 1.
We have no idea. Can I, fire? I don't know, fire.
Fight fire with fire. It's a decent answer. Anything?
Pride?
Oh, Lord. Okay. Anybody from the audience? Right? What is it? Trident? No, it's not even a trident.
Wait a minute. Hey,
right?
Kristen.
It's a pitchfork, people.
I know U of A's. Fall down, Arizona. Fall down, black and blue.
That's one. Where are my children? Ready? It's fight devils down the field. Fight with your might and don't ever yield. Okay, you all failed that question. Thank you, ChatGPT. I thought we would know that. Did you know that? Come on, we don't know. Okay, I did have, in full disclosure, a Sparky growing up that my dad gave me that sat and sung the fight song to us. So maybe I had a advantage on that one. So it's fight with your might and don't ever yield. Last question. This one is particular to the space, the beautiful space. Have you guys seen that 1951 got a glow up? Right? Isn't it pretty? Thank you, Lynn. Lynn from the team is like, woo! It's so pretty. Make sure to check it out. All right, so we are sitting in the middle of one of 4 spaces that the Edson E&I team operates that has co-working and event space in it. It is currently called 1951. Why is this co-working space called 1951? 3 seconds on the clock. 1, 2, 3. There's no chance any of you know this.
Is there another question?
Yes? No, that's it. This is the final question. So far, the alumni panel is not passing this particular test of the day. No guesses?
Sorry, Charlie.
Nothing? This side?
Was it built in 1951?
Close. Close. Anybody in the audience, why is the space called 1951? Brian, we'll go with you, and then we'll go to the good doctor in the front if you don't know it.
Scottsdale was founded.
It was the year that Scottsdale was founded as a city. So absolutely, that is why we call it 1951. With that, give it up for our entire alumni panel today. Thank you guys so much for coming out and spending the afternoon. Carson, best of luck as we go on to the next section. Thank you, Tom and Jasmine. Make sure to connect with these amazing panel members. You guys have 5 minutes to go grab some food. Make sure to check out our resource bar. And this is our final call. Can we put the slide forward? For the People's Choice vote. So if you heard a venture today, if you heard a pitch, there's a QR code on your slide. Last call for the People's Choice vote. So make sure you get that in. You can vote for yourself. No shame in that. And then we will announce the winner in about 5 minutes. So hang out, you guys. We'll see you in 5 minutes.
Everybody, looks like you're having a great day. How are we doing? Woo! Yes, all right. Welcome to Venture Devils Demo Day. We are so excited to celebrate all of you and all the amazing work you put in. And we are going to be awarding a lot of seed funding today, too. So this is a big celebration, and this is one that we do with all of us in this awesome community. My name is Tracy Lee. I am Director of Innovation to Market at the J. Orrin Edson Entrepreneurship and Innovation Institute. The work I've been doing, of course, supporting students all these years, and now growing Innovation to Market, which is supporting our faculty entrepreneurs, and more broadly, how do we get our amazing innovations from ASU out into the universe, solving these pressing problems. So first, before we get started, I want to see raise hands if you pitched today. Oh my gosh, look at that. Round of applause, congratulations. So tell me, who pitched for the very first time today? Oh my gosh, so many of you. Okay, how did it go? Were you nervous?
It was amazing. We've been practicing for many hours, so just all the repetitions finally paid off.
Well, you're looking really sharp today, too. So way to show up. And you pitched for the first time today? How did it go for you?
We were nervous, but I think it went well.
Awesome. Well, we're so happy to have you here. And this is exactly the environment that you get to do this, right? At ASU and Edson E&I, we create the environment so that you can stand up and pitch for the very first time, get that important feedback, get some traction, get some momentum. You have a whole team supporting you, and that team is pretty massive. At Edson E&I, we have so many people across our team that it takes to put this event together. But I do want to give a special call out. And I'm going to get emotional. She's talking right now, so she's not even paying attention to me at the moment. But I do want to call out my awesome colleague, Lauren Dunning, who, right here, she's our Director of Student Outreach and Engagement. She was not with us last time for our last Venture Devils Demo Day because she brought a very new member of Edson E&I team into the family, her little daughter. So she had a beautiful baby girl. But we are so excited to have you back with us, Lauren, and a way to elevate, way to jump back in and just elevate the whole experience for everybody. I do also want to say hello to everybody joining us online. We've got a lot of really cool people that are chiming in, so we're so happy to have you here with us as well. I also want to give a big shout out to one of our wonderful colleagues, Desiree Mendez, who, if you have participated in Demo Day, you likely got an email or many from her, but she is really the glue that puts all of this together, and she brought her little fella who she had to. We're getting all sorts of Edson E&I team members that are coming on board, but I want to give a big round of applause for Desiree and all the awesome work that she does. I can't look at her or I'll cry, so we're just going to not look at her right now. All the other Edson E&I team members that were facilitators in the rooms, that were helping the day go smooth, that were helping to make sure the rooms were set up, that all the details were attended to, and were awesome to have as part of our Edson E&I family. So please stand up and let us cheer for you as well. And I do want to acknowledge our executive director, Linda Ricciuti. I just see she's saying hi to me online. She had to depart a little bit early. She was here all day watching your pitches, and so I want to say hello to everybody again online. And I do want to acknowledge many of you have been working with our venture mentors, and they are definitely a critical piece of this puzzle on helping to provide you that dedicated support, helping to encourage you, get through those tough challenges. And without them, we really wouldn't have the program we do today. So all of our venture mentors that are here with us in the room, please stand up and be acknowledged. We could not do it without you. We have got an awesome evening in store for you where we're going to be awarding some checks, but we first want to understand too, how did we do today? We always want to get your feedback so that we are able to continue to iterate and grow the program. And most importantly, for our students at ASU, we want to make sure that we are providing that value for you. How are we able to support you in the best way possible to give you the experience that you need in order to grow your venture and really believe in yourselves? So do give us some feedback. You can click on the QR code over here. You can also do that online if you'd like, and let us know what you think so that we can constantly be improving and upping the game for our Venture Devils program and Venture Devils Demo Day. And along with that, one of the things based on feedback that we've received from you all, we wanted to give an opportunity for you to weigh in and pick a venture that you wanted to give the People's Choice Award to. So this comes with the check that doesn't have a funding amount written in. So there's a gift bag. So we've got that in store. How many of you voted for People's Choice? A lot of you. Awesome. Well, let's see. Paula, one of our awesome colleagues, come on up. Do you want to share the news? Yes, give Paula a round of applause. She's always in the background, making magic happen. We love having her be part of the team. So Paula, who is our People's Choice?
So out of 443 votes that we got, our winner is My Facilities.
My Facilities, all right. Come on up. Congratulations. My Facilities, you are People's Choice. Here you get your gift bag there. It's a heavy gift bag. Yeah, it's packing a punch in there. So turn around to everybody and tell us really quick what you all are working on with My Facilities.
Yeah, My Facilities is a facilities management software bringing AI and machine learning to revolutionize the facilities management industry, and is specifically for public sector companies like schools, libraries, police departments, fire stations, and hospitals.
Outstanding. Has ASU hired you yet?
We both have some roles at ASU. We're both students, and we just are so happy to be a part of the ASU ecosystem and the Venture Devils community.
You are so smooth. That was awesome. Congratulations. My Facilities, People's Choice. We'll keep an eye out for you. Good job. All right. Next up, want to share some of the amazing work that we've been doing here at ED&I. Of course, our student entrepreneurs, not only the Venture Devils program that we have built and grown for you and all the amazing opportunities, but we've got some really cool partnerships and collaborations. ASU Blackstone Launchpad has been really pivotal, not only supporting our student entrepreneurs, but providing our startups with interns, so that startups can help get some of that human capital in order to grow, and they have been a terrific partner for us. We've got Student Made at ASU. That's on a website. So for our consumer good products, if you have fun things that you've been making, we invite you to join us at Student Made so we can buy your products online and really tout that this comes from one of our ASU students. We've also got a whole host of other programs that we're developing for you. In the faculty space, as I mentioned, I've been carving out some programs for our faculty founders, and sometimes, and by the way, students, and I'm going to tell you a little hint on this, I ran a program, the Lightning Incubator for Faculty, Innovation to Market, and you know what? They had some feedback, what they didn't like. So you can take this to your faculty teams and your professors. They did not want homework. So that was some of the feedback. Don't give us homework. So put that in your arsenal next time you have a professor that's a little unwielding with the homework assignments. You can tell them I told you. But we do have some great things. And what that means is these really pressing problems that we're aiming to solve. And we've got so many talented researchers within ASU. How are we getting those new inventions to market? How are we helping to solve some of these really pressing problems, similar to a lot of the work that you all are doing? So we've been building the Innovation to Market Lightning Incubator. We have a whole host of awesome venture mentors that we have been working with as well. And we are building a venture studio model to get our companies investable. So there's some lot of exciting things happening with our faculty-focused programs. We have got our community-facing programs. My colleague Kristen Slice, who was your MC before with the panel discussion, she is doing remarkable work with her team. Chandler Endeavor is one of those programs. We've got programs in Goodyear. We've got programs all over the place, and we keep growing. The message to you is that entrepreneurship lives everywhere, and we're here to support you wherever you are and to meet you wherever you are. So I mentioned the Innovation to Market Lightning Incubator. We had launched the Venture Devils Lightning Incubator. How many of you participated in that? A number of you. Excellent, excellent, awesome. Raising that hand. You're like, I did. And I'm in the front row, and I'm right here. And Trey's in the second row, right here. Love it. All right, Lightning Incubator is really helping you to get your pitch deck refined, to really go over those foundational principles. And it kind of gives you a little bit of advantage in pitch playoffs because you're really actually connecting with those resources. So we're going to be offering again next fall. So do make a note of that. We'd love to have you join us with that. How many of you are not in Venture Devils but are a student? Any of you? A couple of you? Yeah? All right. Do you have an idea you want to work on? No? You're like, nope. I see what it does. And did you pitch today? You did? All right. So you're just here just cheering on? Excellent. All right. If you ever change your mind, if you ever think, I came up with this great idea, we've got a program for you, and that is ASU Venture Devils. All right. We had another hand back here somewhere, student that has not joined Venture Devils. This is how we recruit y'all. We're going to lock the doors. We're going to get you to sign up, and we're going to welcome you to the family. So that's how we do. But anyway, with Venture Devils, you are welcome to join us anytime. It's an open, awesome application cycle. And so if the mood strikes you and you have that idea, you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, she mentioned the program. I think it's time to jump in. So you're always welcome. Okay. All right. With that, we have got our Edson E&I mentoring program. We had acknowledged our wonderful mentors, had them stand up. If you in the crowd are interested in mentoring our students, or if you're a student and you really want to engage with a mentor, you have some opportunities that you can participate with that. So we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to get your feedback as well to keep growing this amazing community that we are building in support of you. We've got some more money that is an opportunity, ASU's Inferno Cup. How many of you, did any of you hear about that last year? Yeah? All right. Well, now is your time to learn about it. It's a $100,000 prize. And plot twist, ASU won the $100,000 prize. One of our students won that prize last year. We're doing it again. This is an opportunity for all of our state universities to get their students together and compete for some big funding. So I see a lot of phones going up. I love that. Get in that QR code. You will also be able to get some additional details about that. But really encourage you to apply to be considered for Inferno Cup. And for those are founders that have been wildly successful, that maybe won the 100K, or maybe you're where's Matt Sherman? Is he still in the room? Is he still in the room? He was a former Edson team. Okay, yeah. But he has actually been the recipient of some seed funding from Edson, and then he did a give back to ASU and to all of you for Venture Devils. So if you're so inclined, if you win the lottery, and you're like, I'm not sure what to do with all this money. I'm not sure. We have an opportunity for you to give some gifts that would make some great impact. So I want to encourage you on that as well. And then before we get to the funding awards, I'm trying to get through this rather quickly because how many of you are like, I just want to know if I won the big check? Yeah. You're kind of like, enough of this. We want to know who won the big check. That's coming. The big checks are possible because of our amazing sponsors. We really could not do it without them. So I do want to give a shout out. They're the ones that open up their pocketbooks, write the big checks. And we're so grateful because they keep coming back because they want to invest in you. They want to invest in our ASU students. So big thank you to ASU Blackstone Launchpad, Canon, our wonderful folks at Canon, GoDaddy. We'll be talking a little bit more about what they have been involved with us at ASU, and it's been really exciting. We've got the EC Challenge powered by the Prescott Student Venture Fund, the Ira A. Fulton Schools of Engineering, the J. Orrin Edson Foundation, really our signature funding track for our students that was the catalyst of all this amazing opportunity, MasterCard Foundation Scholars Program at ASU, NXP, Mike and Brittany Pendergraft, Sun Devil Campus Stores, and the Thompson family. So give it up one more time for all of their generous support. All right, are we ready for some big checks? We ready for the money? Show me the money. Anyone want to take a guess at how much we're awarding this year? Did somebody say, not 200? Did somebody say $1 million? We're not there yet. That's like we win the lotto, then we'll get there. You're getting close. 300. About $300,000 we're about to award today. $300,000. Woo! All right, so let the games begin. I am so excited to introduce these next two folks, one of which, Brent Siebold, when I first got to ASU over 13 years ago, he was my first colleague. We helped build together the Venture Devils program. We worked on the Edson Student Entrepreneur Initiative together, but we were really, so excited and lucky to be able to do this work alongside all of you and to see it grow by leaps and bounds. And then one of the most generous hearts that we have here at ASU, that is every single thing this woman does is guided by what's best for our students. So I'm so excited for them to share some really exciting news about the first funding track. We're going to be awarding seed funding, a really big, monumental, really seismic thing that I can't wait for both of you to share. So Brent Siebold, Joy Griffin.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Joy, for allowing me to come back here to Venture Devils Demo Day. It's sentimental for me. It was 10 years ago, almost I would say to the day, that we launched the first Venture Devils Demo Day right here in this room. And now 10 years into this process of working with Tom Prescott, who is our donor behind the EC Challenge, he was the one that really allowed us to scale the impact that we saw start 10 years prior. So I'm here just to share with you all, you're at an inflection point, or at least I feel that there's an inflection point happening right now. I tell people a lot of times the birth year of entrepreneurship at ASU, at least in its current form, was 2005 when Orrin and Charlene Edson wrote a check, sight unseen, for $5.4 million, which endowed the Edson Student Entrepreneur Initiative. So over that next decade, from 2005 to 2015, we actually funded, I did the back of the napkin math, 200 startups over that time received funding from that endowment. So that's a pretty, give it up for those 200. None of those startups exist anymore. They all died. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, Tracy and I hear from, and Lauren, we hear from these founders all the time to hear how great they're doing. Maybe not with the startup they pitched back in 2007, but with their careers and with the impact they're making in their communities. So enter 2016 when we were finally able to bring in more money into this amazing ecosystem and expand into multiple pitch rooms like you just experienced here today. That next big tranche of funding came from this gentleman, the former CEO of Align Technologies. They make Invisalign. He was very generous, ASU alum. And so from 2016 until here today, we funded with both the Edson Student Entrepreneur Initiative and the EC Challenge and all of the other amazing sponsors that you just saw on the previous slide. Nearly 800 startups have received funding in this last decade. 800. It's amazing. Shout out to Rohan, one of our amazing student leaders. He did that calculation for me. Thanks, Rohan. But so here we are. Joy, you've come on board recently to work with Tom, to work with all of our amazing founders. I just feel like literally over the past year, we've seen the founders that are in the room here today make such amazing strides in terms of quality that I feel like in this next decade to come, we're going to see, what should we say, 1,000, 2,000 startups all getting funding because the money seems to be coming in from all these amazing sponsors. So let you be the first one to win. Joy's going to give out 32K right now. So we're going to start with 32,000. Joy just keeps finding money in the questions. But anyway, I just want to say thank you to all the founders that are a part of this here this year for letting us be a part of the journey along with the Edson E&I team. We're so proud of all of our engineering students and all of you who are hailing from all over the university. So I'll shut up, but thank you for letting me be a part of this amazing 20-year celebration.
A big thank you to Dr. Brent Siebold, who without him, I don't know where we would be. He truly is so dedicated to our student entrepreneurs. And, you know, he talked about Tom. Tom is so humble. It is unbelievable because I'll say to him, you know, Tom, it's your 10 years. Let's do an event for you. And he's like, nope, put the spotlight on the student founders. And that's really why he invests in you. For a lot of you, your entrepreneurship journey starts here today. I think that Tom, whenever I talk to him, he always says, you know, just tell him to swing the bat. Just tell him to swing the bat. But guess what? There is like a lot of people making home runs, more and more every single day. I go on my LinkedIn and I hear about students that were in this program 2 years ago, and now they're living in New York City, getting their seed rounds. Oh, I just got 2 million. Oh, I just got another 5 million. And it's so exciting for us to see. So, you know, Tom would say, stop talking about me. Let's talk about the students. Yeah. So you guys need to keep going, and we hope that you do swing that bat, that you make a home run, but if you don't, that you pick yourself up and dust yourself off and then just keep going, because that's what it's all about. It's about the pivot. All right, with that said, I think we'll give away some money. What do you guys say? Let's do it. All right, so on behalf of Tom Prescott, I'm so thrilled to be able to award this money. The first track that we're going to do is the MedTech Health Venture Challenge. Let's go ahead and bring up that check. We have, I'm going to start with the lowest amounts and then go all the way up to the highest. We're going to start with ECMO Bridge. Come on up for $1,000. I'm going to ask you to stay here. We're going to bring up everybody from the track. Obatique, that's $1,500. We're jumping a big amount here. Congratulations to the next venture team, which is Allura Health, for $7,500. And the last but not least is Perlon for $15,000. Congrats. Should I ask them a couple of questions? You want to ask them a couple questions? Yeah. Tracy's going to come up and ask you guys a few questions. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's so many of you winning some funding. Let's start down here. Tell us a little bit about your venture and what this funding is going to mean to you.
Yeah, so we're Allura Health. We do have another team member, and we are trying to prevent the recurrence of bacterial vaginosis. And this money is going to go into our experimentation plans and hopefully break the cycle of so many women struggling with this problem.
Oh, that is outstanding. Congratulations. All right, you were the first one called up. Tell us a little bit about your venture and what this funding means to you.
Yeah, so we are ECMO Bridge. I have another co-founder. She unfortunately had to leave the room. Hopefully she comes back. Basically, we are streamlining the ECMO allocation process. So right now, when doctors have a patient that they need to give ECMO treatment to, they cold call, and that's really inefficient. Patients get lost in the process. We're streamlining that so it's done in a matter of few minutes.
Outstanding. Congratulations. And how about you? You want a nice little check? What are you going to do with the money? And tell us what you're working on.
So we are robotic and we are building healthcare robots to support care teams. And this money is going to go, so we have a pilot right now. So this money is going to go for multi-site deployments of the robot.
Excellent. Outstanding. Congratulations. You, my friend, have been hitting some home runs. We talk about those home runs. So tell us a little bit about what you're working on. Good size check there. What you going to do with it?
It's a very nice size check, and definitely thank you to Tom Prescott for helping to fund this Health Venture Challenge. So we are commercializing a new sunscreen active ingredient that can block all harmful forms of sunlight. We don't have access to the same quality of sunscreens that are available in the rest of the world, so we're helping to try and close that gap.
Because we're only in Arizona, it's kind of a big problem here. So what are you going to do with the money?
Yeah, so we're going to engage with the FDA and get some written guidance that we could start selling this without pre-market approval and start getting some samples into the hands of some big name companies like Coppertone, Edgewell, Banana Boat, all of that.
Awesome. Can't wait to buy your product too when it comes out of the market. Congratulations, all of our winners.
Thanks, guys. Can we take a quick picture? Brent, you got it? Awesome. Thank you so much. By the way, all eSeed winners, including you guys, please stay afterwards because we are going to grab a photo for Tom. Tom, although he doesn't necessarily ask us to talk about him that much, he says, I love to see the student photos. So we're going to keep sending him those. All right, well, we are not done. We now have the eSeed track. We're going to start again with the $1,000 prize to Academe Nate Matia, $1,000. Come on up. Are we here? All right. Next up, for $1,000, we have David's soccer training. That's right. Show that logo. Next up is Spree for $2,000. The next award is for $2,500, and it's for Athlete. We have $5,000 going to Volt Caddy Wallets. $5,000 going to Pulse. We have $8,000 going to Lazy Daisy Bed Sheets. And last but not least, for $8,000, we have Amaranth. Congratulations.
All right, the big check. All right, and we were just talking to your seatmate there that does not want to be an entrepreneur, which is perfectly fine. I don't mean it, I'm not picking on you because it's perfectly fine. But now you can see too the big check experience. Tell us, wave hi, yeah. Tell us what you're working on and what this money means to you.
Yeah, so we're Spree. We're a nightlife app connecting users to bars and clubs in a way that's never been done before. So one of our key features is a heat map powered by AI and real-time data. So you can see accurate information about venue activity levels before you even leave the house. And $2,000 will go a long way for us in marketing and getting student outreach.
That's outstanding. We look forward to your continued success. How about you? What are you working on?
So I'm Athlete. I'm working on a sports tech business that's helping cover all the problems within sports training between youth sports.
Excellent. And what kind of sports do you play?
I played basketball.
Outstanding. Congratulations. What are you going to do with the money?
So we're about to launch in a month when I go back home in Georgia. So it's going to go towards, you know, tech, marketing, and so on. Okay, yep.
Excellent. Congratulations. And we will chat with you. Tell us a little bit about your venture. I know you've been working on it and getting some good wins. So tell us about what you're working on and what this money will do.
So Lazy Daisy's innovative bed sheets designed for everybody, but specifically the older generation and people with disabilities who struggle to make their bed with a fitted sheet. And this money is all going towards manufacturing.
Oh, fantastic. That's music to our ears. Congratulations. We're giving away a lot of checks. We may, as I'm looking at the time too, we may not have a chance to talk with every single amazing winner on this stage, but I do encourage you all to grab them after the show and talk to them about what they're working on with their venture. Joyce, thank you so much. And please thank Tom Prescott for us. I know he doesn't want the spotlight, but what an incredible heart, what an incredible man. And you all are going to be doing amazing things as a result of that. Congratulations. All right, before I announce the next funding track, which is one very near and dear to my heart, I do want to mention for those of you who pitched today and may not get the call to come up and get the big check, this is part of the process. And so I want you to connect with your fellow founders to say, hey, tell me a little bit about the experience that you had and how I might be able to improve my pitch. That's the whole point of all of this and how we have our community. So this is just the beginning of that journey for you, and we got you. I promise you we got you. So we're so proud of each and every one of you. Next up, we are going to award the MasterCard Foundation Scholars Challenge at ASU. $75,000 that is going to be awarded. And as we bring up Abu to give out the awards, I want to say about this track. This track started from the MasterCard Foundation Scholars Program, brings outstanding students from Africa to study in the United States and be able to earn their degrees. I think the eSeed folks are getting a little excited over there. Keep it down. I'm looking right at Brent over there. But the MasterCard Foundation scholars, they come to the U.S., earn their degrees, and they return back to their home country to empower their neighborhoods. And what MasterCard Foundation recognized very early is that these students are entrepreneurial. They have amazing ideas, and they are so passionate about what they bring, not only to their communities with their wonderful ideas and innovations, but to each and every one of us here at ASU. So it is such an honor to be able to introduce Abu to announce these amazing winners of the MasterCard Foundation Scholars Program. Abu, so good to see you. And I have got, yes, give it up for him. There we go. All right, take it away, all yours. Wherever you'd like to start. Wherever you'd like to start.
Well, thank you so much. So, quite a few of the ventures that pitched today are pitched on the continent, so from Africa. Can you hear me now? All right, better. Yeah, I was saying that quite a few of the ventures that pitched today have pitched virtually from the continent of Africa. So we have scholars who are also based in Rwanda, from all of Africa, based at one of our partner institutions there. But we also have scholars who are here today in person. So as Tracy said, we had over $75,000 to award today to our scholars. I'm going to go from top to bottom. So Thrown Fabrics won $5,000. And that's one of the ventures based in Rwanda, so they're not here today. The next one is Summit Lab. I know Jean is here. You want to come up? For $4,000, 750. And then the next venture is Green Biz Limited, $4,000 and $500. And we have Vuga Energies, who won $4,000 and $250. Triple Impact Solutions won $4,000 to $150. Agrodemy Technologies won $4,250. Timeless Fashion won $3,500. Talika DNA Smokes won $3,500. Bakecraft by TD, also one of the scholars who pitched remotely, won $3,250. Digital features for Dire Dawa, I know Beza is here, won $3,000. Teach Apt won $3,000. Conversible won $2,750. Project Hive Africa won $2,000. Career Access Group Limited won $2,000. And then Partner Connect Africa won $1,500. So those are the winning ventures today.
Congratulations to all of you and to everyone online. Congratulations. I want to talk to you all. Tell us what you are working on and what the funding is going to mean for you.
My venture is a non-profit initiative. It's called Digital Future for Dredawa. Dredawa is where I'm from in Ethiopia. So we are going to deliver digital literacy and generative AI skills so that they can use it to prepare for exam and also explore global opportunities.
Oh, outstanding. I love it. All right, going to come back here. How about you?
My name is Daniel. I'm from Tanzania, and my startup is building credit scores, a similar system that we have, credit system we have in the US back at home, but in a different model. And this is going to help build our system that our partner bank can now be integrated into our system.
My name is Jean. We are transforming agriculture from guesswork to precision by providing a soil laboratory device for farmers. Pardon? Oh, this funding is going to help us refine our prototype, but then also run pilot programs across Uganda.
My name is Margaret. I'm from Malawi. My startup is Triple Impact Solution, and we're helping farmers package the produce and get it to the market. So this funding will help with get our equipment ready, packaging materials, as well as launch our pilot.
I just want to say that we are so proud of you, and we are so grateful you're part of the Etsy and I family and Venture Devils family. So congratulations. We look forward to amazing things ahead. And Abu, thank you so much. We so love this partnership with the MasterCard Foundation Scholars and love having them in Venture Devils. So thank you for your continued
Thank you. Thank
partnership.
you to you and the team.
Thank you. All right. Next up, we created a social impact funding track because many of our ASU students are concerned about how they create impact, how they make an impact, and how they can benefit their communities, the world. And so it is such an honor to be able to award some seed funding courtesy of our wonderful funders from Canon. They have been amazing partners alongside ASU, not only with Venture Devils, but a number of other ways of really unlocking a lot of technology, a lot of solutions. They're very, very foundational on sustainability, so that absolutely has an amazing impact for our student ventures and social impact. And Sun Devil Marketplace, they have been a fantastic partner of ours as well in supporting our students. So we have got the big check coming up for our Social Impact Venture Challenge. And I am going to announce the winners. We'll have you come on up and hand out, be able to hang on to that big check. $500 we are going to award to Not That Shy. $500. Come on up. Congratulations. I saw that little kind of jump when I announced your team name. $1,500 is awarded to AirSense. Congratulations. Next up, another $1,500 is going to ClearCast. ClearCast. Congratulations. Another $1,500 is going to HealBent. HealBent, come on up. They're missing in the crowd. They still get the money, by the way. Another $2,500 going to AlterView. AlterView, congratulations, $2,500. Okay, we'll see if they come up. Again, this is not like a raffle, so if you don't hear your number and we call out and give a prize, doesn't work like that. You still win the funding. With Kip, $4,000. Congratulations, $4,000. You know, I'm beginning to think our social impact teams that aren't coming up to the stage, I think they're out solving the world's problems. They just wanted to pitch, get out, they've got work to do, and we're going to go with that they're out actually doing the work, which is awesome. Zip-Its, $4,500. Oh, congratulations. $4,500. We've got another $4,500 going to Connect Ed Ghana. Connect Ed Ghana, $4,500. Woo! Come on up. We've got two more prizes, one for $4,500 going to Verdant Fresh, $4,500. Congratulations. And we've got a $5,000 check that we are giving to Reassurance PSD. $5,000. Come on up. So we're going to start with you. This was your first time pitching today, and you get $5,000. So talk to us about what you're working on, and what does this mean to you?
Yeah, so we're part of Reassurance PSD. We test for 104 substances for drinks to detect in drink detection, so we can show future consumers of what places have a history of drink spiking. So this $5,000 will help expand our pilot program for our test strips.
Awesome. And there's some laws that are changing right now, from my understanding, in Tempe. So that's why you moved here, because they're starting to say we can't have this unchecked anymore. So I always like to say a why now with your venture, and you're tapping right into that why now.
So we really appreciate the opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. How about you all? What are you all working on?
We're AirSen, and we're making autonomous drones for food and medicine deliveries.
Because drones are going to invade everything that we do. I don't mean to sound like that sounded morbid almost. They're handy and they're fun and they can drop packages and deliver some food, but you are jumping into that too. What are you going to do with the money?
We're going to use it for our hardware and demonstrate that our sensor fusion actually works.
Okay, fantastic. All right, how about you? What are you going to do with the money and what are you working on?
So my innovation is Zip-Its, and it's a new way of developing trash bags. And as far as what we're going to be using the money for is actually a patent protection. That's why we pitched today.
Well, congratulations. You're well on your way. We're so excited for you. All right, how about you? You all were our first winner I announced. I saw you kind of jump over there. So tell us what you're working on and what this money is going to help with.
So we are building Not That Shy. Not That Shy is an app, is a social social infrastructure for queer women. So we will host fun events and queer women can join and social without stress.
Outstanding. I'd love to hear it. All right, how about you? What are you going to do with the money and what are you working on?
We do command and control software for firefighters to control drones and humans into one search team. So we're going to use the money to help search and rescue for the 500,000 people that pass away outdoors every year.
Awesome thing. That would be like, whoa, that's a bigger problem than we had any idea. I think we need to stop right now and go help find these people. Congratulations. All right, ladies, what are you working on? And tell us all about your venture.
Yes,
So we're Connected Ghana. So we're actually a nonprofit organization, and we've realized that a lot of Americans have electronic devices that they don't use. So we're taking that opportunity and basically funneling those devices to Ghana to use.
Outstanding. So congratulations. All right, how about you? What are you working on?
So I am a part of Verdant Fresh, and we are creating a food tracking app that helps users reduce their food waste at home, and then also providing increased access to fresh produce with our produce vending machines.
Fantastic. Congratulations to all of our social impact winners today. Outstanding work, all of you. Thank you so much. You all can funnel off the, I didn't know if there were steps there. I didn't want to funnel you all off the edge of the stage. That would kind of be a downer after winning the cash. We have got a couple of really exciting tracks coming up with GoDaddy. GoDaddy has been an amazing partner. Credit to Jeff Kanowski, who's over here, who's not going to be joining me on stage today, but he's been really the catalyst behind this amazing partnership with GoDaddy. GoDaddy has been really supporting our student entrepreneurs and being able to leverage technology like AI to rapidly build your website, to be able to have some other really important tools as you're building your business. And can we get everybody, like everybody just runs amok. As soon as they win the checks, they all funnel off there and having a hoedown there, which is great. But we've got GoDaddy as a terrific partner with ASU, and they keep expanding their footprint in how they are supporting our entrepreneurs. So we're so grateful for the work that they're able to do. So I do want to announce the first track. We've got a very exciting next track that's supported by GoDaddy as well. But right now, let's award, how about $3,000 to Right Call? Come on up, $3,000. We've got another $3,000 going to Rewind. And another $3,000 is going to Get Hired. $3,000, yes. Saw the arms going up in the back there. Come on up. Congratulations. $5,000 we are awarding to Thought Sweep. $5,000. Come on up. I love the sound of this venture, so I'm really happy that they won $5,000. Perfect Deodorant. Come on up. We're excited to talk to you. $7,000 to Physical Agents. $7,000. Congratulations. Come on up. Thank you to GoDaddy once again for this funding track. So we're going to start with you because that grabs your attention right away. Perfect Deodorant. Tell us all about that.
Deodorants today are filled with 10 to 20 plus chemical synthetic ingredients that are not only damaging your skin directly, but leading to much more serious illnesses down the road. So Perfect Deodorant is a lotion-based 4-ingredient all-natural deodorant that is not only nourishing to your skin, but effective at completely eliminating your odor.
I'm going to buy that. Yes, indeed. Sign me up. Congratulations. Tell us what you're working on and what this funding is going to do.
So I'm working on Thought Sweep, which is essentially a thought tracking system built around simplicity, built for the ADHD mind and how that works in particular, and then preserved long-term memory. We want to make your memory navigatable to empower long-term growth and personal growth. So thank you very much, everyone.
Trey, Rewind, tell us all about it. Was this your first time pitching today?
No, it was not. I pitched last year and received $4,000 in seed funding.
Oh, excellent. So you're back. You're back. All right. Tell us about Rewind.
So Rewind we launched a month and a half ago. It is a photo sharing app with an emphasis on keeping those who matter the most to you close to you as life takes over and you spread out. And this funding is going to go directly towards getting new users on the app, straight to marketing.
Awesome. Yeah. Excellent. Congratulations. Tell us about your venture and what you're going to do with the money.
Yeah, hello. I'm Nick with Right Call, and Right Call is meant to be a computer vision system that monitors the line and is able to give the gymnasts the right, the right scores for their performance and saves the poor line judges sitting there for 12-hour days, saves them their sanity, and gives the clubs the opportunity to keep sharing the wonderful world of rhythmic gymnastics. So, thank you.
And I notice you're kind of struggling with the big check. It's a tough thing to have a microphone, a big check in your hand, and it's very heavy because it's a lot of money. Yeah. All right. So tell us about what you all are doing and what you're going to do with the funding.
So we're building a AI native recruiting platform. We help startups to find and hire engineers, GTM marketing engineers and research engineers in the most safe and the fastest way. So, yeah.
And how many of you as startups always ask, like, how do I get somebody who can do this for my startup? So you're answering one of those constant problems that we hear about all the time. How about you all?
So we have been building AI intelligence to make robots smarter. So our current focus is on manufacturing, but in future we want robots in everyone's home doing laundries, doing dishes. Yeah, that's what our goal is.
That is my dream. The perfect deodorant and that is we've got it all. It's my dream. Awesome. All right, so thank you so much. Congratulations to all of you winning that GoDaddy funding. And HealBent is actually on the line right now. They are developing evolution-proof antivirals. If folks are interested in investing, I love it, please reach out at alex@healbent.com. Thank you so much for chiming in, Alex. We appreciate that. I love that. He's not here in person, but he's certainly representing. Thank you all so much. Congratulations. Y'all can exit to the right there. All right, the next funding track is also sponsored by GoDaddy, and this one is particularly amazing. I've got a colleague, Kelsey, I'm about to bring up to the stage. She is an artist herself. She is an amazing musician. I come from a radio background and a background of artists, and my son is a percussionist. So we talk art and creative all the time, and we also hear from our entrepreneurs, our artists. We hear from our artists that say, we would love to be able to be involved in how do we pitch for seed funding? How do we have arts and creative tracks really also top of mind and really given the spotlight, if you will. So this is so exciting. We've got a whole lot of seed funding that Kelsey is going to announce for her fellow artists. So we'll let you take that away.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tracy. And I just want to say I am so pleased that we get to offer this funding track. It's kind of been my baby to make it happen, that we can have our arts creative people participate in Demo Day fully, have a chance at being successful by having a room with judges who really understand what it means to bridge the gap between artistic output and, being an artist in the modern world. And I am so happy to be giving all of you money, so pleased. But even more than the money is kind of the least important part. What is really special about this is that we are able to give you the skills to be successful in an arts creative field in our current modern society so that we can continue to have beautiful, amazing arts and music that uplift us, that connect us, and that touch our hearts. So I'm so happy and so excited to be the person announcing this. So I have quite a few $1,000 awards. Come on up as I call you. So first up, all of these are $1,000. We have Heartening Hues. Matima, if you're here, come on up. We have Florentino Talks Comics. So come on up, Dominic. We have Key to Music. Come on up, Hyungji. We have Stallion Music. They are online. So if you're watching, hopefully you are. Congratulations. Hello. We have Dream It. So come on up, Brianna. We have Blueberries Models. They are also online. So hello, congratulations. Hopefully you're watching. We have Vixens and Darlings. So come on up, Tiffany. And we have Made by Cars. So Carson, I believe, is also online. Hopefully you're watching. Hello, congratulations. Alrighty, and then we have a couple of $3,000 awards. So all of these founders will be receiving $3,000. We have Good Road Collection. So come on up, Uzoma, if you are here. We have House of Ornabes, so come on up, Gina. We have Viral Prints, so McConan, come on up. And we have Resonance Platform, so come on up, Yohoy. Congratulations. All right, and we have one more award, last but not least. For $5,000, we have Natalie. So come on up, Alexis, if you're here. Yay! All right, congratulations, everyone. I'm so pleased. I'm going to ask you some questions like Tracy's been doing. Congratulations. Tell us about what you're doing and what you'll do with the money.
Yes, so I founded Viral Prints. We're a creative art tech company. We help transform blank walls into visual experiences for businesses and companies. So what we'll be utilizing the money is to be able to do more installations, to gain more installs and gain more traction so that we can be able to refine our pricing and then grow and scale that from there.
Awesome, thank you. All right, Yohoy, congratulations. Tell us about your venture and what you're going to do with the money.
Thank you so much, Kelsey. So Resonance Platform is a platform we use interdisciplinary art to connect musicians, media artists, and visual artists together, and we create economic opportunity for them. So this funding will go to, I will launch our software for artists to engage more with the communities and the cultural center. Thank you.
Yay. Congratulations, Uzoma. Tell us about your venture and what you're going to do with the money.
Hello, so we're a Good Word Collection. It's a fashion brand that merges art and fashion, specifically Afrocentric, sorry. I'm from Nigeria. But yeah, we're gonna use this money because we're gonna use it to develop a new line. It's swimwear. We usually do like outwear, event wear, but now we're trying to do more swimwear, so this will go towards that. Yeah, thank you.
Of course. All right, so for your next beach vacation, you know who to ask. All right, Tiffany, congratulations. What are you going to do with the money? And tell us about your venture.
Hello, I am building Vixens and Darlings, which is an empowerment marketplace specifically for women to remind them that you don't have to hide part of yourself to prove another. And hopefully this part will go into launching our first pilot round.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Dominic. Tell us about your venture and what you'll use the money for.
I'm Florentino. I make videos. I talk comics. Money. Hooray!
Amazing. If you like comics, you can find him at Florentino Talks Comics. Hyungji, congratulations. Tell us about your venture and what you're going to use the money for.
Thank you for giving me this funding. I'm a founder of Key to Music, which creates an interactive and immersive concert experience. So we are trying to get this funding to use it, develop technology and concert production as well.
Yay, congratulations. All right, Brianna, same question.
Hi, so my venture is called Dream It. It's an interactive children's book that is to help inspire kids to dream whoever they want to be and to see that. So this funding will go to getting published now.
Yay, congratulations. All right, last but not least, congratulations, Alexis. Tell us a little bit about what you do and where the money's going to go.
Thank you so much. Thank you specifically, Kelsey, for introducing me to this opportunity. I owe it all to you, so thank you. I am a local artist, singer, songwriter. I just released a 4-song concept EP called Natalie that serves as an extended metaphor for addiction. My following is mostly made up of 14 to 18-year-old women, and I really just wanted to educate them about the dangers of substance use in a way that would be entertaining and engaging for them. So this money is going to go toward marketing the album with local businesses, local creatives, and especially the accompanying EP release show on April 29th at Crescent Ballroom.
Amazing. So April 29th, Crescent Ballroom. It's a rock show, but it's not just a rock show. What else is special and different about this show?
We will be doing a musical raffle, giving away 7 to 8 brand new musical instruments, a ton of gift cards from local businesses. All of the proceeds of that will go to Arizona Women's Recovery Center.
Amazing. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you so much. I am so happy to get to give you this funding.
And give it up for Kelsey, who's been really the driving force and the heart behind this amazing opportunity. We're so grateful for you, Kelsey.
Thank you so
much. Well done. Go see her play when she is performing. When's the next time you're performing?
I need to check my email for exactly the date and time, but Mesa Amplified is a music festival happening on May 1st and 2nd, I think. It's that first Friday, Saturday in May. I need to double check when I am. I use a fake name. It's not a fake name, but it's a different name. You'll have to look for Kelsey Robin. If you look for Kelsey Auberg, you will not find it. It was too hard to spell both names. I can't have Aaberg. That's my last name. I can't have that as an artist name because no one will ever find me on the internet.
Well, there you go. Go see her. She's fabulous. Congratulations. All right, I know we're running a bit over time, so we're going to kind of fly through this. This is our signature track, the Edson Student Entrepreneur Initiative. As Brent mentioned, this work got started back in 2005. The Edson family has been so instrumental in all things entrepreneurship across ASU. They've also been really heavily involved in our health innovation across ASU. They have really had their imprint, and we're so grateful for them to do that. Now, each year in the spring, we award $150,000 to those teams that are pitching in the Edson track. And those teams that win funding today will have the opportunity to pitch for follow-on funding in the fall for an additional combined $50,000. And so raise your hand if you pitched in the Edson track today. Well, I'm so happy to tell you that we're awarding every single one of you some funding. Every single one of you. So let's get started. We've got 4 teams that are awarded, 5 teams awarded, 6 teams awarded $1,000. OVA, FoodWeb, Solara Labs, Nova Frames, Sleeve Systems, and X Calendar. Come on up, $1,000 for each of you. Congratulations. First time pitching, and you win $1,000. Isn't that fun? All right, we've got a team that is getting awarded $2,000. Simply Sent, $2,000. Come on up. Congratulations. We've got $7,000 going to Ask Taxley. $7,000. Look at that smile. Woo! We've got $8,000. It's all going up from here. $8,000 to Amplify Systems. Come on up. Congratulations. We're going up to $10,000. Are you ready for this? $10,000 goes to Next Precedent. Woo. Another $10,000 going to Flow and Lay, $10,000. So, MitLab, $20,000. $20,000. All right, they were the people's choice. They are getting $20,000. My Facilities, come on up. Congratulations. People's Choice in $20K. Retractability Bicycles, $20,000. Come on up. All right, where is IXI Energy? You're the last one. Yeah? Do you want to know how much? You're the last one. I think we all just have to collectively prepare for this. $47,000. Y'all are making me cry. $47,000. So, hello. How are you?
I'm speechless.
That's what $47,000 will do. So tell us a little bit about your venture and what you're going to do with the funds.
Actually, I asked for the 50,000. It's almost there. Yeah. So with that, basically, my company is developing machine learning optimized solution for solar concentrator, and it will replace the fossil fuel in the furnace and boilers. So basically, I'm targeting $300 billion market around the world. Yeah.
And as in true founder form, you're like, $47,000, that's amazing. I asked for 50, so we're almost there. but I love it. I love it. Congratulations.
I thought like maybe 50 or 0.
Okay. So they were close. Yeah, but you'll take it.
Thank you so much for this great opportunity. I'm really, actually, great shout out to my mentor, Brian. There will be other Brian and Lisa. So before this 3 months, I pitched to 2 or 3 VCs, but I really see the change after taking this competition. So I do recommend all the people at least try once.
Yes. Yes, excellent advice. Thank you so much and congratulations. All right, we're over time, so I'm going to talk to one more person here, but I encourage all of you to congratulate our winners, to talk about what they're working on. I know the Edson family would be so very proud of each and every one of you, so thank you so much. You're representing a legacy that Mr. Edson left behind, and so we are so grateful to have you as part of this Edson funding track. Your first time pitching, and you won some money, so tell us what you're working on and tell us what this means to you.
Yeah, so we're working on FoodWeb, and we're connecting local producers with consumers by connecting the local food system through a website and an app.
Congratulations. All right, y'all. That is a wrap. We've got one more screen if you want to give us some more feedback. But again, thank you so much. If you didn't win funding, connect with us. Let us work with you. We believe in you. This is part of the journey. And we, like I said, we got you. We all got you. So congratulations to our winners. Congratulations to every one of you who pitched today. Thank you so much for supporting our student entrepreneurs at ASU Venture Devils Demo Day. Good night.